Given the events of yesterday at Madison Senior High School, where an 8th grader shot 2 classmates and injured 2 others, there are discussions about how similar events can be prevented in the future. Would you want teachers in your schools carrying guns?
It's a controversial issue. In Ohio, more than 400 teachers and administrators in 63 counties with concealed carry licenses have had training to carry their weapons in class. Local 12's Rich Jaffe attended a training session in a story we brought you last fall. We thought it timely to bring it back to you again.
Start scenario. Bang! Bang!
This teacher, who we'll call Amanda, just shot an armed intruder in the back inside her school. What did it feel like?
I wanted to cry.
The teachers and administrators here are training side by side with local law enforcement and paramedics. They're training for a nightmare when classrooms and hallways become killing fields. In this scenario, the armed protector must quickly find and neutralize the bad guy as terrified students run out of the classroom.
Is there any other shooters? Are there any other shooters?
Parents in this district asked that their staff be armed. The board okayed the training and the carrying of weapons on campus by trained staff. Recent school shootings prompted them to ask us not to identify the school district. This shooter is the superintendent. He explained his reasoning on the controversial issue.
When does help come? You know, every 30 seconds 2 people die. That's not acceptable. So I don't know when the 911 call gets made. I don't know when law enforcement arrives. It's not that they don't want to help, but when do they help? And I want to keep my kids safe.
Practicing on their home turf is the third and most sophisticated level of this training. Everyone here already has a concealed carry permit and has passed the previous classes.
And if I heard somebody else shooting in there, I may very well take care of that problem first. But bottom line is, if we don't hear those other shots being fired or anything like that, secure the gun.
The instructors are from John Benner's Tactical Defense Institute in Adams County, Ohio, one of the foremost training facilities in the country. Benner himself is a former SWAT commander.
We believed in this for a long time. It just never thought we'd be able to pull it off until Sandy Hook, and then everything changed. And now people realize that you have to be able to, if you don't have somebody here in the school that's armed, willing, and capable, you're going to lose a lot of people.
The cost of training is entirely covered by the Buckeye Firearms Foundation, a pro-gun group.
There are teachers who are willing to die for the children that we leave with them every day. When they come to us and say we need a solution, we need something that will happen, when we have experts that can provide the training and provide these solutions, our foundation is obligated to make this happen for the schools.
There's a lot more on the lesson plan here than just firearms. Staff is also given combat casualty training, which can be used in the event of any catastrophe. They're encouraged to have at least a tourniquet and bandages with them at all times.
Listen, the shooter is down. You realize you were bleeding profusely from your left arm.
Each of the students who completes the training at TDI gets one of these classroom trauma kits. And then at the end of this much bigger, much more involved level 3 training, the school system will be presented with a facilities trauma kit, which is much more sophisticated, all provided by Buckeye Firearms. Jeff Corder is a veteran deputy and firefighter, now a school resource officer in a different county. Corder came into this training adamantly opposed to teachers carrying guns in his school.
You know, I knew I had a gun in the building, and I'm a uniformed officer in the building, and I didn't want to worry about who else had them. I'm leaving here today, going back to talk to the superintendent to say we need to look at this.
Corder says this intensive training changed his mind.
With this program, if they get through a program like this, it's a total win-win.
This is not a job that law enforcement can successfully do. And it doesn't have anything to do with their training, doesn't have anything to do with their desire or anything else. They would love to do a good job on this stuff. But time is the critical factor.
Rich Jaffe, Local 12 News.
There are almost 2,000 faculty members from all over Ohio on the waiting list for this training. It is called FASTER. Stands for Faculty Administrator Safety Training and Emergency Response. If you'd like more information on it, Tactical Defense Institute, you can find it on the links at local12.com.